To Founderama, another episode of Founderama. This whole week, today is the last day, of course, of this week for these episodes, Thursday. This whole week, I've been talking about the real fundamental core of any startup, and that is problem solution. The dynamics of problems and solutions, because startups solve problems, and the ones that solve real problems with real solutions are the ones that are successful. So the final piece of this theme is, of course, how to build customer personas to scale your startup. How to build customer personas that will help scale your startup. It's very critical because, look, scaling a startup, people think it's all about the funding, it's all about the idea, it's all about increasing the team size, getting more people in, marketing, this and that. No, 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 no. The most important thing is, who are these people that we're trying to help? Okay, so customer personas help you understand your target audience better. They help you tailor your messaging and product offering to the needs and preferences of your customers. They enable you to create more effective marketing campaigns and sales strategies. So, it's not just about product development, but understanding your customer personas has a deep reaching, far reaching effect on the success of your startup, right? They help you identify new customer segments and opportunities for growth. So it's not just about validating the idea today, making sure that you're on the right path, but it also has a potential to open up other segments. It's look, this is the holy grail of startups. Trust me. So, identifying your customer persona. Of course, you have the demographics such as age, gender, location, education, income, blah, 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 right? These are the general things that people look at. But also, you need to understand their lifestyle, their interests, their values, and attitudes. These are called psychographics. So the first one is demographics, then you have psychographics. In fact, I would say, and a lot of people would say, that psychographics are more important than demographics. Yes, you need certain demographics, but sometimes, you know what? I look at pitch decks and people put together their buyer customer personas. It's all demographics. And I'm like, okay, you know what? After a certain set of demographics, I don't care, right? It's irrelevant, especially now, this day and age, when the whole world is one global village. It doesn't really matter. Identifying their pain points and challenges. Now, that is the holy grail. That is the key. That is crucial. Determining their goals and aspirations. So, psychographics again, because you're looking at aspirations rather than just them as someone who will come and buy your stuff. No, your customers are not people who wake up in the morning just so that they can buy your stuff. They are not. In fact, they don't care about you, your product, your service, your brand. No, they don't. They care about a certain worldview that they have. And if your startup, if your brand aligns with that worldview, then they care about it. Only as long as it aligns, right? There's no loyalty. There's no real loyalty out there. Come on, folks. Understand their buying behavior, decision-making process, and communication preferences. These are critical to making sure that you understand your customer persona, right? So how do you create your customer persona? Use research and data to inform your persona creation. What does that mean? We spoke a couple of days ago about market research, all that. So I'm not going to go into that. If you missed that, just go back and check the replay. You'll find links to that on what's happening with my camera. I think I'm freezing on my LinkedIn page. Okay, go check it out. All right. Use real quotes and stories to bring your persona to life. All right. Now, I am thinking actually of doing a complete series, maybe even like a course, a free course, a series of videos on user or customer archetypes, brand archetypes, and how you can utilize all these to create the perfect customer persona avatar that will really change the game for you and your startup. So here I'll just mention briefly, because these daily episodes are not meant to be in depth or thorough. They're meant to just give you a little bit of information to get you to start thinking, so on and so forth. So quotes and stories you can bring in if you understand archetypes. And archetypes help you then create these real people. You don't look at your audience as just some nameless or faceless. You give a persona a name, a visual identity, and you include key characteristics such as goals, their pain points, their values, and communications preferences. So you use the archetypes framework. And if you don't know what the archetypes framework is, I wrote a series of articles ages ago. I created a series of YouTube videos. They're probably a little dated, not much dated. They're just a couple of years old. But I'll do some fresh videos pretty soon. But I will leave a link below later on after this episode is done, and go check it out. It's really a wonderful framework, and ensure that your persona is detailed and specific. Right? It has to be detailed and specific. Use online tools and templates to create your customer persona. For example, HubSpot has a tool called Make My Persona. It's simple, but at least it gives you a start, right? Archetypes is very complicated, but once you get the hang of it, it becomes easy. But these tools make it even easier. There's also Extensio's Persona Maker. Again, they're very basic, but they're good for a start, right? Using customer personas to inform your marketing strategy. Tailor your messaging and content to the needs and preferences of your customer persona. Because look, if you don't have a customer persona, a real customer persona, one that has been scientifically created, not just some, you sit down and you make some guesses and you think, oh, you know what? I think they will like this. I think this is their problem. Yes, that's a good starting point, but you need to validate that to make sure that you're on the right path. Otherwise, the tangent, right? The tangent, it's like when you're traveling in space. When you're starting out and you want to reach Mars, a nano difference in the angle of the trajectory, right? If you start out on the wrong one, it's a very nano degree difference. By the time, so it takes like 7 months or whatever, I don't know, the current space rockets, you will be off course by millions of miles. Just like that. A small error with your persona, an assumption that you make just because you're busy, you don't have the time to do this, or you don't have the money to hire someone to do this for you, it's going to end up costing you sometimes the entire startup. All the money, time, effort, blood, sweat, tears. And then it crashes and burns, and you'll have to shut the shop. And then that's it. Investors lose their money. Teams lose their jobs. Yes, it is dire. And all that is based on customer personas. Use the channels and platforms that your customer persona is most likely to use. Create campaigns that address their pain points and challenges, right? So this is not just about just having a customer persona and then leaving it there. No, it has to be a living, breathing document that informs everything. All the campaigns that you run, they have to be based on these, not because your marketing team thinks there's a cool trend out there. Yes, by all means, follow the trend to try and get viral. But look back and say, is this campaign, is it aligned to any of the pain points or the challenges our customer persona is facing, right? Very important. Use real customer stories and testimonials to build trust and credibility. Okay, this is part of marketing, but it's also when you are going for seeking funding, right? This is very important. Measure the success of your campaigns based on how well they resonate with your persona. So your persona becomes the guiding force, so to speak. Okay. Again, use customer first. That is for marketing, right? What about your product development? Understand your customer persona goals and aspirations, because your product should align with those goals and aspirations. Identify the features and benefits that they value most so that you don't end up spending a lot of time, energy, resources, and money on building features that your audience doesn't even care about. Create products that solve their pain points and challenges, real pain points, real problems. Test and validate your product with your customer persona before launching. Very important. Use customer feedback to continuously improve and iterate your product. Okay, the reason I'm just reading out these points, and because look, you know these things, right? I'm just trying to complete the circle of the theme this week, but you should know these things. I'm not going to really pontificate on any of these. Conclusion: building customer personas is a crucial step in scaling your startup. By understanding your target audience, you can create more effective marketing campaigns, products, and sales strategies. Use the resources and tools available to create detailed and specific customer personas, and continuously iterate and refine them based on customer feedback and data. So, look, I understand this is a very deep topic, and like I said, I'm going to do a course, okay, a free course, one of these days, and I will launch it so that you know you can get an edge on how to create fantastic customer personas, right? And how to really understand the psychographics of your audience. Sorry, I was just trying to see if there was some questions there. I don't know, the LinkedIn page is not refreshing. Maybe there are some questions, maybe not. But if you have any questions, please leave them as a comment below or hit me up a DM, because this is a very fundamental, very important topic, or hit me up on Twitter. And like I said, once the course is out, I will try and come back to this episode and leave a link below to that course. I think it'll be very useful. All right, this is it for this week. Hope you have a great weekend, and I will see you again Monday for another episode of Founderama. Till then, go forth and prosper.